Hello and welcome back to the Liminal Branch Library, the archive in the scenes. I'm your Archivist and Librarian, Mordio Crow. And tonight, we're playing Where Chaos Reigns with the same cast as always. Hello, same cast as always.
Hello, same GM as always.
Mm-hmm. Especially true for you, Nova.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, it is the recurring theme. But rapid fire introductions, because at this point we're on session 5, so
We are!
surely if anyone has stopped in before, they're starting to get familiar with all y'all's faces. But just in case, starting right next to me, we have Katie playing as Vern.
Hello.
And right next to Katie is Nova playing as Chalice.
Hello.
And right next to Nova is Amasha playing as Chantrell.
Hello.
And right next to Amasha is Hambone playing as Merlin.
I'm faster, but jump higher.
And right next to Hambone is Lena playing as Shion.
I have cool scars now.
Yeah, art update.
Wait, you're faster and you jump higher? That's just better.
No, I'm not. Wait. Oh, I said that wrong. Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, beans. I'm slower, but I jump higher.
Yes.
Alright, well. Speaking of...
I'm sorry if that messes with anyone's power scaling. I was giving false information.
Yeah, you know, power scaling is very important, especially jump height. Might be relevant later on once we start getting into the floating bits of land towards the south of the nation. So everyone keep your canonical jump heights in mind.
Oh no.
But for now, last time on Where Chaos Reigns, we already just sort of touched upon it, but Shion, you got some fancy new scars because the retinue had to prove themselves in battle alongside Las Magigerias and House Leporaydos, breaking the siege on the latter and slaying the head of one of the invading houses, House Argestes, Polychronios. Polychronios was tough, but with the combination of lightning bolts from the fortress and the efforts of the outer half of the retinue, that being Chantrell, Merlin, and Shion, he fell. And Shion fell along with him, though Shion has fared slightly better by virtue of surviving, but is now marred by the electrical scars of the chaos rupture that came from Polychronios' death. And while the Argestian forces are scattered, that chaos is what the rest, or is what everyone but Shion must now deal with. So we sort of jumped around a little bit towards the end of the last session and had the party, the retinue, reunite and talk and cool down a little bit. But before Shion can re-enter play, before this sortie can be resolved and you get all of its rewards, we have to deal with the fallout of the battle, which is this last clock here. This is essentially preventing or minimizing the damage from chaos ruptures as the result of death. Now, it's been mentioned, I believe during like the session 0, and it may have come up now and again during the game, but since it is the first time it's really been a mechanical focus, at this stage, this chaotic shift in the land has been around for almost 3 centuries, or maybe just a little over 3, I forget my time scale exactly, but around 3 centuries. So people have figured out ways to deal with it. There are charms that, you know, someone like Merlin, who deals with disappearing people for a living, would certainly know in case he wants to be subtle about it, right? But even like, it's not just this nation, it's all along this coast. So soldiers from other nations, including the House Argestes forces, soldiers of the House Leporaydos forces, are generally continuously, like those houses' mages would continuously re-up protective charms on them to ward off chaotic ruptures in the event of their death. The problem comes when you have a long, protracted conflict like this, where House Leporaydos is running low on people and supplies and may not have been able to re-up the wards as often as they should, or where House Argestes may be feeling a little bit overconfident and perhaps reallocated some of their forces elsewhere, right? So theoretically, you all could do nothing, and maybe it would be fine. Or, theoretically, you all do nothing, and in approximately 24 hours, the fortress you liberate is thrown into space, right? Like, that's
Ooh,
just...
Space Campaign. Oh, we're switching to Space Kings? Hell yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
we gotta wait at least until season 3. Can't just do space.
When we're out of ideas, yeah.
Oh, we have to make like Leprechaun wait for the third movie to do space.
Mhm.
And then we go to
Hot
the
springs first.
Hot springs
Oh,
first.
right.
Yes!
Yeah, so, our retinue must deal with this potential fallout before we can relax too much. And so, as we start to look around the battlefield to see what needs mending where, I would like to take a little bit of a detour, as we have at the beginning of most of the sessions thus far, to talk about a member of the retinue, one whose arcane knowledge is probably of particular use during times like these.
They have a particular set of skills.
Mhm. And understanding the potential impact those skills can have. And when, I'm not going to say that there was never a time where you didn't intentionally let the chaos trigger to send a message, but more often than not, I assume you were in the business of keeping things quiet or keeping them, keeping it on the down low, right?
I
But-
was in charge of two particular things. Getting a job done or sending the message. And they were very different from one another.
And it was that getting the job done, which likely is what's coming into play here. Merlin, I have a question for you. Well, two questions really. But we're going to start with one that stretches a little bit further back. And I think also sort of treading on that getting a job done. There was a point where you decided that you were done getting jobs done. Now, if you don't feel like now's the time you want to reveal why Merlin left the Wizard Mafia, that's alright. If you would like to, I'm giving you the space to. But regardless, once Merlin made that decision, what did departing the life he knew look like? And what did arriving in this one look like?
I knew it was out, and I won't get into particulars, but I just left everything I couldn't carry with me. As a wizard, you have certain artifacts and methods to carry much with you, but I want to travel a little lighter, and that also meant getting rid of one of my status symbols as a member of the Wizard Mafia, and not just that, but as a wizard. If you'd seen my face, but, 3 years ago, it would have been draped with a very fine, long, white, luscious beard. Now, you don't have to get rid of your beard when you stop, prestidigitating and conjuring, but it felt like I was trying to get a weight off my chest. But even though I took the razor and I hacked it off and left a very pasty white face in front of me, I felt like it was still on me, crushing my lungs and my heart. Made every breath I took just feel like torture. And as a smoker, that takes a lot to do.
So, what if you can't grow a beard, and if you're part of the Wizard Mafia? Do they
Chalice just
all have
interrupting this
magical
monologue.
beards?
They got hair tonics and stuff like that.
I see, so you must have a beard. Understood.
Yeah, well, we also have other beards if you catch my drift. If you're on
Oh.
a stakeout in certain situations.
Oh, okay. I'm exiting
They're
this conversation.
versatile.
No, I think we need to stop talking about
It's
this.
not like we're very accepting of wizards who are fans of the company of other wizards. man of the company of men. But if we gotta be subtle about something and our interest, we gotta make sure we appear non-threatening, and I guess I did. MLM. Magic love magic?
Oh,
Yeah.
Magic, love, and
yeah.
magic.
Hell yeah.
So, with the weight of the beard cast aside physically, but still felt emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever adjective you want to use there. Adverb? Anyway. You did make the decision, though, to seek out a way to, if not literally make amends for past actions, at least cast aside the weight of them.
Yeah.
Earn your way out of a criminal life, finding
Yeah.
redemption in a sort of way. Do you have a rough idea of how you tracked Vern down? And if not, we can skip to my question of once you had, how did you approach the retinue? Did you wait to approach Vern on her own? Or did you approach the trio of Chantrell, Chalice, and Vern?
Well, maybe because I've just been in the shadow of the tower for so long. That's I guess you would say the Don of the Wizard Mafia. It felt more comfortable to slip back into it when I disappeared myself. Just sort of being low and keeping my ear for names, anything to spark certain interests of mine. While I didn't find exactly what I wanted, there was scuttlebutt about a up-and-comer, some sort of heir to the throne. Now, being me, who wants to maybe get out of the shadow, get back to walking in the street without any fear, well, might take a lot. I began to shadow them. Took a while for them to notice, but eventually I made myself known. One evening, as they sat around at a tavern with drinks, I introduced myself. We take you now to this very scene. Are we Mordio?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a tavern image to move us onto, but we can definitely, literally, we can mentally, in our mind's eye, move over to the tavern, where I imagine Vern, Chantrell, and Chalice, the three of you are talking, perhaps less about the actual, because you're in a tavern in the open. Probably it's a place that Vern knows and is comfortable. Somewhere that, okay, a lot of stuff has been moving fast, but maybe now you're taking the moment to actually learn a bit more about each other and how you might work together. Like, still not, I'm not saying you're not planning for the retinue at all. I'm just saying perhaps you're leaving the headier bits out, focusing more on each other and the skill sets when this fourth individual approaches. Merlin, what do you say or do to approach?
I like to say it's a fairly crowded tavern. People are coming in, noise level's a little loud. And Merlin kind of just comes up, smoking his pipe. He appears from the smoke, if you will. And I say, "Good evening."
Thought we sat in the non-smoking section.
I blow a puff of smoke in Chalice's face.
I don't know if they have those here.
It rings around their horn like a carnival game.
Cute.
Is that something you plan to change if the way the land changes? My behorned friend?
I don't catch your drift.
No,
But I do catch your smoke. Please stop doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine Chalice coughing and like
Chalice just has like
animatedly
a
waving
beard made of
away.
smoke on them now.
Coughing.
Yeah. No, you appear not to be in the business of how you say, regime change. Because you don't seem to be very observant. I've been following you for a few days now, and I've been hearing your talks of your skills and your ideas. I sit down at the table.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think Vern kind of shoots up from her seat and like yanks your arm down into his seat.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
I know you wanted to be cool. I'm sorry.
Is this pre or post beard?
This is post. I definitely have like little pieces of toilet paper still, like some kind of places like I've been shaving.
I think she's gonna be like, so you've been following us, just tailing us?
Of course.
Did you notice anyone else?
Maybe one. Let's just say they make a very fine addition to someone's greenhouse.
Did you kill a guy and bury him in a greenhouse?
No.
No, I think. Are there plant people up here?
No, actually,
I
that's
mean,
like
I
one of
don't
the
know
few
everything.
things that's missing is there's actually no like plant
We're
person.
gonna get into the specifics of whether a fungus is a plant.
I think technically they're not.
Technically
right?
not.
They're not.
No.
Technically
You're
not.
like a little guy.
Yeah, they talk about the Fram the Kingmaker and how Artorius defeated Manus, the father of the Abyss.
Like we all do.
Right. Anyway, continuing.
Okay. Well, instead of pushing up daisies,
Mm.
let's just say he is the daisies. You ever read Stay Out of the Basement by R.L. Stein? It's a lot like that.
So,
I-
are you here to help us?
Or are you here to threaten me?
Can it be both?
No.
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 I love
we,
the unanimous
we just all
no
say
from
no.
Merlin chuckles.
I like to think that we think we're intimidating.
we
You're just a picture of SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Nerdy as possible.
I at least have a sword.
Look again, I actually turned it into a tuna.
I can still slap you with it.
Ouch. Alright. Seriously. Your ideas I've heard of, I'm interested in them. We need to bring a little bit of control to these untamed lands. Now, my former employer and I, we had a similar sort of vision, and I was helping him extend some control to these chaotic planes. But he's a little, just like the first time he's a little unsure. We are a little, at odds right now, and I might be a little shunned by the organization I worked for. So, guess you could say I'm a bit of a free agent, and I think I'd like to apply for my services to you. That's a terrible way to phrase that, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Well, you
I think
certainly
Vern will look really wide-eyed at Chalice.
well, you certainly have a knack for tailing people, stealth. Do you have any other qualifications we can be considering?
Have you ever heard of the candle snuffer?
I'm gonna roll to see if I've heard of the candle snuffer.
Shall take out a dice.
Evens, I do. Nope, never heard of them.
Is that some sort of new band?
Mhm.
Does anyone else want to roll, or
I will. As soon as I find.
I'll do it. Hey.
We just like all never heard of you.
No! Vern.
Treacherous? I want to say Treacherous gets it. Or do you want to say odds or evens?
Well, I said evens. I knew it, so I don't know
So
if
does
that
that
applies to
mean
everybody
Vern-
else.
Oh, does that mean I also know? Ooh.
You especially
You-
know.
This is entirely between you guys. You have to establish the rules of your own roles if I'm not involved.
I
I'm
assume
doing
evens.
Alice's rules.
Okay.
So only Vern knows.
I know who
Okay.
the candle snuffer is. And I gasp and I go, no. You couldn't
No,
possibly
no.
mean.
I take out my pipe and like dash the ashes into a little ashtray I have and put it back in my coat. The one and the same. So if you need someone snuffed out or any such unsavory things to keep those, he looks at her hands and I'm assuming they're like kind of like rough and dirty.
She's been a
I'm just
miner.
assuming. Yeah. You have beautiful hands, pristine. Look no
Feel us.
further.
Well, we certainly could use the allies, all the allies we could get, even the smelly ones.
Yeah. And the old ones and the bald ones.
Vern, who's the
Yeah.
candle snuffer?
The old and the bald and the and the stinky.
The candle snuffer is urban legend from all over the place, for sure. Definitely. Guy who kills everybody in the whole world. What's the
The guy who kills
who's
everyone.
candle snuffer?
The
You might-
whole world.
Burn rolled to succeed, but Katie doesn't know. So Katie
Katie
can't
does not know.
answer.
I'm going to hand you the
fair.
script over here. You can read it over my shoulder.
Thank you so much.
Okay. The candle snuffer,
The candle snuffer is
mythical assassin for the wizard mafia.
yes. He's a mythical assassin of the wizard mob.
The Wizard
We
Mafia.
used to tell stories about him and scare each other in the orphanage.
Oh, no wonder I haven't heard of him.
I was
Never
an
grew up in
orphan.
an orphanage.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry.
I
Okay.
moved here.
Oh, that.
Well, as I'm fine with it if Vern is, but please, I have a condition. Please don't smoke
Yeah?
in my face again.
I think Vern will slap her hand on the table and be like, there are two conditions, actually. You won't blow smoke in Chalice's face. Do you agree?
Thank you.
I take all the smoke. I mystically like take all the smoke that's floating around Chalice and put it back in my pipe.
Thank you.
All right.
And you promise not to kill me.
Of course not.
There's a long hesitation. Are we going to have a problem?
Not right now.
Squints.
But if you're gonna be doing what you're doing, you gotta be ready for unexpected changes to plans.
You're not going to be that change, are you?
No, I'm the solution to those changes.
Wonder if that would work on her. It's like a 50-50 shot of her being like, get the fuck out of here.
This campaign actually never happened. She
Yeah, I was
never
gonna say,
said
one of
yes.
those 50-50s. I mean,
Well,
if that
I
happens, that
think
means there's
Merlin
another
would just have to
recruitment
keep
event later
trying.
that does go through, right? But
Yeah.
But
Wait,
As a-
narrative?
symbol of my allegiance to you, I want you to have this. And he slides a little envelope to Vern.
Ooh. Okay. She'll take it. She'll go to open it and look to you to see if she's allowed to.
Merlin's thinking of what to put in the envelope.
You could say, don't read till Xmas, and I'll pick it up later when you have it. An idea.
You know what? I'm gonna say, can we just retroactively make it I was the one who found out the pirates were just like some insider information.
Mhm.
Oh, sure. Like you could learn some stuff about like the pirates' current status.
Yeah.
Or that like, what was upcoming. Yeah, some of the stuff that's already been used thus far.
Or maybe like someone else who was planning on getting to Vern and like evidence of them trying to spring a trap on them.
Mm-hmm. I think.
But again, that is just information they have no way of verifying. But
right.
here, I have this letter that says someone's gonna get you. So trust me.
I imagine what it could be, if we want to go on those veins, is that it could be that you did track down a like, look, I'm not the only person looking for you, right? It's like, here's what I've got of some Stetharian communications. I took out these guys, but who else is going to be coming for you next, right? It's like, and the communications would make it clear they don't actually know who you are yet, Vern, at all. But like Fritz said in the scene where you met Chalice, if Chalice and Fritz can figure it out, other people can too, right?
Yeah.
So.
And if they're freshly occupying this area, I would not be surprised if they picked up on some stuff. Okay.
Okay.
You pass.
Yay.
She'd say that cooler. Or
I guess
attempt
you could
to,
tag
but it would
along.
sound like that. Yeah. Whatever.
He smiles and he raises his hand and goes, "Round of drinks over here."
All right, and then we fade back to the present where
Cool smoke transition.
we have the same set of cool smoke transition as we have the same set of 4 while Shion is temporarily incapacitated inside. So for the sake of getting Shion into the game at an expedient pace, retinue, except for Shion who is incapacitated, what is your approach to diminishing the potential effects of a chaotic disruption? Are you searching for bodies? Are you casting wards on the bodies that were found? Are you right? Like, pick what skill. Tell me why it justifies it, and give it a roll. If you want to help pair off and help each other, that's fine. If you want to roll 4 separate rolls, that's fine. As you have your ideas, let's try to keep these a little bit high level so we can get to the meat afterwards. But
Chantrell is willing to help whoever's actually doing the stuff, as she doesn't really have specific, magic or experience in chaos suppression.
That's fair.
Merlin is gonna hunt for it with Hunt.
Fair enough.
I'm thinking that I could use my attune skill to sort of like balance out the energies that are conflicting with each other.
That sounds reasonable. Sure, or to like detect,
Oh, cool.
to search for like a twinge of tension somewhere to know where you need to go to stop it from bursting. Yeah. All right, Chantrell, if you want to mark 2 stress to aid one of those.
Oof.
Or you could just not. You could be hanging out with Shion and we could see what happens there.
I have 3 open stress slots, so I can spend 2, but that's all I can do.
Hold on. If you're helping me, then you don't need to spend a stress.
Oh,
well, there you go.
Sweet. All right. Sorry, Merlin. I need less stress in my life.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
All right. And Vern, what were you doing?
I think Vern was going to use either survey or command and gather everybody who was in the air, in the airship, and either have them coordinate and do a sweep and call out bodies and have people report to those locations. Or she's going to like corral everybody that she can and make a game plan on a map. All of it's just going to be like trying to figure out how to do this the most efficient and the fastest way. Of finding the bodies.
This airship fell here, that one fell there. We need these groups, these patterns.
Yeah.
Okay, I
this
think
one's
either of those
scattered
skills
across
work.
the farmlands, so we go there first. Yeah. Okay. I'll hit you with the survey, I think.
Woo!
All right.
I do it.
Ooh, nice.
Like, can I get all 3 rolls before I narrate this?
Risky. Whiskey standard?
We'll do a controlled standard for the moment.
Okay. Hunt. Oh my.
Alright.
All right, Chalice.
Oh my god!
You
I
have
didn't even have the
extra
extra.
from me.
I forgot.
Roll that extra d6 because if you get another 6, you get a critical success, which will be enough.
Okay.
Oh my god!
You did. You got.
Woo!
It's looking through the desert.
Yes. What do
So-
your unicorn eyes see?
Chalice
My-
uses his horn as like a tuning fork. Or...
Yeah, it's like a beacon, like beep,
Amazing.
beep, beep, beep.
radar.
I mean, Chalice, your horn was recently electrified, so perhaps it's good at
True.
sensing the electrical disturbances.
Oh no.
Congrats.
Okay, so that's two. That's a critical success, a success, and a partial success. So I think that means it goes relatively smoothly. Merlin, for your case, one of the options there is reduced effect, which is why I ticked only one pie slice for you. But Chalice makes up for it with the critical success.
Alright.
So you don't suffer any particular extra stuff.
We got your back.
But yeah, all of the stuff that you described plays out as stated, right? Like, Merlin,
Woo!
you're hunting down bodies, and though you perhaps don't get as many as you feel like you could have, you still find enough. You don't feel like you wasted your time. Chalice, you prove to be very attuned to it and help direct some people on the ground, while Vern, you end up rolling command or survey. Vern, from the sky, you're able to help direct the sky pirates and get everything accounted for. So, with that handled, that means now we can deal with the sortie rewards. Let me
Sortie rewardy?
Yeah, sortie rewardy. Take up this rules reference and go open up. We get on. So this was a seize. So you get income equal to the holding value, a -2 status with the enemy, and a possible +1 status if there were any local, any enemies of your enemies. But in this case, I don't think there are. So let me take a quick look at the map. This is a tier 2 worth 4, so you get 4 coin on your Vern's retinue sheet. Which is very important, as now we get into downtime. And downtime is where, Shion, you are certainly not 100%, because you still have plenty of injury, but you are no longer, your stress is no longer overwhelmed. You're able to get up and move around at least a bit. I think it's been said before, but very clearly House Leporaydos are low on healers at the moment, but due to your critical state, perhaps they were able to come over and mend the worst of it to allow you to get moving again. So,
Yeah,
Retinue,
the
you now get to
unconscious
take your
one.
downtime actions. I assume people will want to try to treat wounds, because I know quite a few people are hurt. And I assume people will probably want to seek solace. Do we want to start with those two and see who wants to spend their downtime on those two, and then go from there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lena.
Sorry.
I'm doing a big refresh.
Is that 0?
Yeah, your stress is now at 0, so you don't have to worry. You, in particular, don't have to worry about seeking solace. You have to worry about all those shot and stabbed, but
Yeah.
I would like to recover.
yeah. So who else is recovering? Shion, I assume, is recovering.
Is that an option for me? Because,
Yeah, you can take the recover. So the way the recover works is each of you will, if you click on. Oh yeah, I meant to add another text label, but it's fine. If you click on any skill and you click on acquire asset and then roll it tier 1,
Okay.
based off that'll roll the right dice. A success gives basically you want a 6. If you get a 6, you get to heal 2 slices of your pie. If you get anything else right now, you only get one slice of the pie, but you can take this action more than once.
Okay. Oh, that's one heal for me.
2!
Alright, yep. Oh, well, you clicked on Seek Solace and not the...
frick. Well, I need to do that too, so...
Yeah, that's fair enough. You can hold on to that roll if you would like for the Seek Solace roll, and...
So... Since I did that, I got my pie filled.
Alright, so with that, Merlin...
My healing meter filled. I don't want to say that again.
Yeah.
So I just erased one of the harms? Level 1
Everything
harms?
drops down a tier, so both of your
so
ones
they're
become
gone.
zeros, and if you had a 2, it would become a 1.
Oh.
And you can change the description as appropriate.
So I only had level 2, so I just give them both?
If you only had level 2s, they become level 1s. If you only had level 1s, they become level 0s, or they become gone. So yeah, if you only had level 1s, they're gone.
I'm feeling so much better.
Alright.
Alright.
Shion, what was that?
Do I have the ability to do well, I got a partial success.
The partial success means you only get one tick on your circle. So there's that healing circle to the right. So are you cutting out a little bit? I think you're saying more, but I'm not quite hearing it.
I don't have coin to spend, right?
You yourself do not, but the retinue does. So once everyone takes their 2, we can I'll get into talking about that. But yes, we can take extra actions with coin. In fact, that's one of the main uses for it is to in fact take extra downtime actions. So
Goods and services? Nice.
Excellent. Do I go ahead and roll since I was intending to do healing?
yes, you can also roll
Okay.
your. All right, so you get one tick on your healing circle.
Do I get 1 on a failure?
Yeah, you still get 1. So the minimum is 1.
Beautiful.
Already gets 1.
Oh yeah, and you also rolled at tier 0 and not tier 1, so not that it would have affected you in this case anyway.
Oops.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, but
Yeah, Shion.
for me who just comes from stress, don't have anything else I can do.
So your other options, if you would like, so you can of course recover again, try to keep healing. This is also the time where you can continue working on your projects, which for you is tracking down some information on a vampire. Working on a project is also a role, but you get to choose your skill and tell me how you think that applies. And similarly, you will get more pie slices on your project roll, based on how successful you are on that skill roll.
I would like to seek some solace.
Yeah. Alright, before we get to the Seek Solace,
However,
Lena, you said, yeah, what was that for?
I am probably just going to.
I think you cut out again.
Hello?
Second,
Oh no.
pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
The connection. was
Oh
great.
no.
Alright. Lena,
No,
if you-
Shan has to heal the most.
Yeah, Lena, if you need to, while you're taking that moment, if you feel like it's working, feel free to interrupt and come back in. But in the meantime, who's seeking solace? Chantrell is, of course.
I will.
Chalice is.
Oof. Oh.
Oh, Fern.
So
Vern, what,
tried
are
to do
you,
a
what are you
heal.
rolling there?
I tried to do a heal, but I don't think I did it.
Yeah,
I think
so
I
you,
clicked out of the
you
box
did the
with
same
all the
thing
good
that
buttons in it.
Chantrell did, and you rolled at tier 0. You have to pick tier 1
Yeah.
from the drop down. But
Yeah, back.
given, yeah. So you would still
Sorry,
get
go
a single pie slice though.
Okay. I'll take that, whatever. Whoa.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, and then so I heard Chantrell and Chalice are both seeking solace. Is anyone else seeking solace?
Merlin is.
Merlin is.
I will as well.
All right, so everyone can roll your seek solace roll. Don't forget
Ooh.
that with Chalice there, you get to
Holy shit.
adjust the result by 1.
Oh, sweet. I'm stress-free. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, if I can adjust by 1, then I will take away 3 stress.
I'm feeling so good right now.
Mhm.
I feel like 20 years younger. From what?
Amazing.
Who knows?
All right.
Where is the solace button?
I
Click-
forget how.
Yeah, I meant to
Sorry.
add it as a click on thing. Just click on any skill, and then you can
Okay.
pick Seek Solace from the drop down.
Oh,
I
okay.
see it. Thank you. I clear. Oh,
Oh,
we're
that's right.
strapped,
Yours was
actually.
rolled with a -1 for some reason. Just re-roll it.
Huh, okay.
That's weird.
Oh, you just still... Hold on. That's funky. Let me take a look at your character sheet real quick. Oh, wait, no. Yours is rolled with a -1 because you roll your lowest category, and your lowest category has nothing, so you give it 0.
My lowest category has nothing.
Yeah, you
I
have
mean,
no prowess skills.
No.
Oh,
So you only recover 2 stress.
Wow.
So, there was
don't
supposed
to be
you
crowd-
mean 3?
3? Why 3?
That you were already adjusting.
No. Oh, I was applying your +1.
Yes, yes, yes.
So 1 to 2. Alright, and Vern, you can also take a +1 if you'd like. Lena, any success on your connection front?
No.
Oh no.
Well, Seeking Solace. What are y'all doing?
So-
Seriously, do you not hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
I just
ah,
heard
there
that
you
right-
are.
I heard you right there, but not any moment before
First,
that
yeah.
for like the past 3 minutes. I assumed you were working
Okay,
on it.
What I did was heal twice.
Okay, you healed twice. Got it. So that second one, I assume you've marked your appropriately. All right, sounds good. So everyone's applied their Seeking Solaces. Everyone who's done a recovery, who wanted to do a recovery, is done a recovery. Everyone did 2 except Chalice. Did you seek solace twice?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, you just re-rolled the... Oh yeah, you re-rolled because we were confused. All right, so you're the only one with the remaining action, I believe, because
Oh.
Merlin
Yep.
healed and sought solace. Chantrell healed and sought solace. Vern also healed and sought solace. So Chalice, what's your second downtime action?
I guess I could just continue to seek solace, but... Because my stress is still kind of high, but... What are my other ones? Sorry.
Your other options?
My other options, yeah.
If you open up the rules reference on the journal tab, I will also bring it over.
Oh.
But there's a downtime quick reference. You basically have... You can acquire an asset, long-term project, muster a levy, quell unrest, train, recover, or seek solace.
Recovers healing, though, right?
Recovers, yeah, heal your body.
Okay. I guess I don't need any... We just came down from something, so I guess I will just rest twice.
Or solace twice, okay.
Solace twice. Alright. Oh, here we go. Cool. I guess.
2 more.
Wait, does that my innate calm do it twice?
Does your what?
Does my ability allow me to do it twice?
I believe it's whenever you seek solace, yeah, so you just get 2 more.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Chalice, you really need a point in anything physical to heal.
He was born sickly.
That's true, that's true.
He's stressed constantly.
Do you know what else is in prowess? Ride. Can he ride anything?
Myself
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
waiting. My
Blinks at the
pony.
camera really, really loud.
Mogs the camera.
All right, so
Dewey
that's,
Audens goes, ooh.
that's everyone's 2 actions. Now, I know it sounded like Shion was interested in stuff. I'm sure a lot of the people who are still hurt are interested in extra stuff. If you open up the Vern's retinue sheet, you'll see that you currently have 7 coin. So each of those coin may be spent for 1 additional action. There's other things you can use it on, right? So like, for example, if you're looking for something, say like the lightning wards you looked for a little while ago before you had any coin, I could potentially just ask for coin instead of a roll. Or if you got a partial success, I might be like, oh, you can get it for a coin, right? Right? So that's what it could be used for. Coin can also be used to trade with other factions, ingratiate yourself, offer as gifts, etc. Or you could all just spend it now and take a bunch of downtime actions. It's up to you.
Can I start a project, or was that with downtime?
Yeah, starting a project is also a downtime thing. So at this stage, it would cost extra coin. Now, there's 7 of these, and there's 5 of you. If you all agree to it, there's enough for each of you to take 1 extra thing and then keep 2 in the bank. This is a... Right now, this is all collective stuff. You might notice your individual character sheets do also have a small coin meter as well. That small coin meter, it could arise due to personal rewards that you get over some course of a sortie. Perhaps an enemy asks for you to let them go, and you do in exchange for money for yourself, even if it might hurt the retinue, like that kind of stuff, right? So you can get personal coin. Also, the retinue may choose to give any members personal coin if they believe that it's, extra reward, if that's how you want to go about doing it.
Or it's their birthday.
Or if it's their birthday. So, we got all sorts of options there, but figure out what it is, what, if anything, if you guys want to take any extra actions.
Is Vern ready to announce her name to people, or what?
That's a good question. How healthy are the armies we just...
I mean, they've been under siege for several months, so not quite healthy.
Not great.
Yeah.
Well, what about within this group? Like, so we did just do the house is weak. We came in and helped them out. Obviously, this is still going to go to the nephew, but we could sort of like ingratiate ourselves more to this house to have a more probably steadfast ally than the pirates, who are like, okay, I guess.
Whoa! Hold on. What's wrong with the pirates?
Well, they're great. They have helped us, but they also are like...
There's the butt.
Yeah, there's always a but, and this is a little bit, just a little one, but just a little tiny ass. But they were begrudging the entire time because we kept failing our rolls, and they're like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, we look way cooler to House Leporaydos than we did to the pirates.
The pirates are already too cool. This house, not cool. But us, we're the coolest ones around.
We're super cool.
Super cool and fun. I mean, if you want, it's your coin. You can do what you want with it, but...
I mean, I don't think there's any... It's not like we're trading in the pirates for them. It's just we're creating more allies.
Pirates are vassals. House Leporaydos is actually under your banner, right?
Yes.
It's
yeah.
Pirates have some measure of independence.
Yes.
Yeah, so wait, what was your question? Are we going to stay here instead? Are we going to...
Not necessarily stay, but we could use our coin to sort of, let's see, raise a group of soldiers or let soldiers for... Wait, hold on. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting this right. So muster a levy, that's sort of like bulking our forces,
right? That's a downtime
right?
action.
Sorry.
That means
where's the coin
There is
option?
no coin menu. Coin is a narrative thing.
Okay.
The main thing you can do for it as a menu... oh, you know what? I did miss one thing, which perhaps we may want to retroactively do. You can also spend a coin to increase the result level of a downtime action. So all of you who healed could spend a coin to turn that heal into a success. Honestly, in that case, you might as well roll, because then you might get a full success and get 3. Once you reach higher tiers, where your numbers are more variable, I think it might be preferred to do that. But for now, you might as well re-roll.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of spending a coin because if I roll a third heal and it is a success, then I finish a pie and I get rid of a cracked rib and a stab wound. That'd be pretty great.
Yeah.
So when you finish the pie, everything moves down?
Yeah, everything moves down, and if it falls off, then it's gone.
Cool.
No, the pie.
So Shion definitely, I feel like, needs
Definitely
some more
take that
healing.
coin, yeah.
I would appreciate it, but I
No,
am
I'd be-
not dying.
I would appreciate. You know what? I think they deserve 2 pies or 2 cakes. No, what are we talking about?
I do not have the ability to spend a coin. If I click on a coin,
Oh, it doesn't go down? I'll have to double check that. It should be, but
Someone clicked it.
yeah, I clicked it just. Oh, I have you all on observers. Hold on, I'll make you all owners,
How to do it.
and I'll put it back. And now, if you want to try taking it just to see if
Cool.
it works,
well, that's still
still
one
one.
tick.
Yeah.
Wait, did I do tier 0 again? How did that happen? Wait. Huh? I thought I set it to tier 1.
It worked before, right?
Does this change the world at all? I don't
It should.
understand what-
It should. On 0, you should roll twice and take the lower result. And on 1, it should roll once. So one should be. Yeah, it looks like I don't know if the dice display is broken or if it.
Well, it still only rolled 1 die, so
Yeah.
Yeah. I did tier 1.
Yeah.
I guess it's effectively the same thing.
Yeah, it should be rolling twice and taking the lower one if it's a 0-1, but I'll add it to my list. Cover button.
Well, the point being, this only adds 1 pip.
Yep, so if you spend a second one, you're guaranteed now to get it. But I don't know if you or the retinue wants that.
What's our total coinage?
You had 7.
Okay,
I
okay.
see we're now down to
Spend.
4, so I assume, Chantrell, that roll of yours was also a recover.
Yeah, I was only
Okay.
meaning to click 1 coin,
Okay.
and I clicked 2.
Alright, so we're down 2. Are we spending more on recovering our team, or are we banking it? Or does anyone else have any pitches?
I don't need anything else. I wanted to
I-
narratively give one to Shion so we could do a long-term project for her as a thank you for almost killing yourself, bro.
Oh.
Personally, I would rather spend that healing because I'm not gonna be very good at
Yeah, let's
working.
give
on
Shion
True.
some healthcare.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
spend them however you like.
Shion gets money, immediately spends it on meds.
Yeah, I mean, reasonable,
Drugs.
honestly.
Uh,
Well, if you want to take it, then I don't
this-
think you even need to roll because you're gonna complete the circle. So
yeah, but if I rolled a success, would it start a new one and have that be a 2? Or
I will double check for you. I don't believe so, but I will double check. Additional success. Oh no, it would. If you do roll a success, you get an extra
Ooh.
one for the next one. So,
One for the preemptive heal. You stock
think of
up
it
on
more
vitamins.
as well-rested bonus, right?
Mm.
Oh, and look at that.
Hey!
All right, I've taken the. Oh, I think I took it the same time someone else took it. My bad.
That was me.
Put that
Go
back.
for it.
All right, there you go. It's gone now. All right, so Shion, you now drop everything down by 1. That leaves us with 4.
bullet wounds, yeah.
Yet, I imagine with this, I mean, I can invite you, Shion, if you have an idea on how you would spend it to increase your healing. Please do expound. If you don't, I have some ideas for the local area, but I didn't quite catch if that was a yes or a
Well,
no.
actually, I just thought of something.
Okay.
Shion probably would be aware of some traditional medicine
Mm-hmm.
that their clan used to do. And it was, maybe that coin was spent to gather medicinal herbs or
Hmm.
I would probably try to do those with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're breaking up again. But we did get the point that time. But I think you're cutting in and out. Hello, Lena. Hello,
Hi, I'm here.
you're here.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what I said. I would
Oh.
probably get some
oh no, you're gone.
traditional medicine from my clan for the purposes of healing this.
There we go.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, it sounds good to me. You import the medicines. You perhaps some of the House Leporaydos scouts who are feeling healthy on your behalf. Like you give them the funds, they run out into surrounding towns, make the trades, bring it back. We get to see Shion preparing them, applying them, and as that covers perhaps the coin half of the healing, coupled with what little the healers are able to do in some bed rest, it culminates.
Oh, would
Yep.
Shion be open to, like, is she so... I imagine she's so injured that maybe she would have difficulty, like, still, like, preparing the medicine, but this is only if you're open to it. Like, Chalice, who has experience with taking lots of medication, would offer to help, like, prepare the medicine to help you.
Yeah, that's fine. Begrudgingly, but I would accept it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You have to remember that I'm tsundere.
He probably just, like, listens pretty intently on how, like, you instruct him how to prepare, and, you know, he would do the thing, and maybe talk to you a little about, like, I have some experience with strange medications. When I was younger and my parents passed away, the accident led to many medical complications, so I just felt it's always better to have someone support you in the time of medical crisis. So, well, here it is.
Thank you.
Baka.
No.
Oh man.
All right. Is there any other
Can
way-
I spend a? Can I start a long-term project with a coin?
if it with the retinue's blessing
May
for
I?
another spend?
Then
Let's hear your pitch. Address us as sharp.
So I come to you, hat in hand. I want to do this in out of character. So like, he wants to find people that he's lost contact with, and he needs money to like start that project to like find out where they are.
Yeah,
Thank you.
behind steepled fingers. Just kidding.
You may have one doubloon.
One doubloon.
Okay, so do I have something on my sheet for the long-term project, or are you going to keep track of that?
No, there's going to be a folder that I'm going to add it to. There's a long-term projects folder that everyone, if you couldn't see it before now, you can see it now. Where did we put Lena's? Was Lena's
Yeah,
on
where
the
is
map?
this?
I'll find it later. Whatever.
Is it holdings? No.
That's all right. For now, you roll a skill.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use a tune because I want to contact someone to help me look for the people I want to look for.
All right.
It's in
Now, Merlin, I need you to answer honestly for me. How difficult do you imagine this being to find these people?
I think Merlin suspects they're actively trying to hide from him, or like they don't want anything to do with him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume they're like taking care to make sure people don't know who they are. Maybe not like they go into hiding, more that they just don't want to associate with Merlin at all.
Understood. All right, so I'm gonna put this at a medium 6 segment.
Okay.
You can make your roll.
Standard, controlled, or
I would say this is controlled right now. You're not very much at likelihood of being noticed yourself at this stage.
Okay,
Controlled
so-
standard.
okay. All right.
All right, on a partial success, you get a single tick mark on the 6 segment clock.
Okay.
So perhaps you're able to make contact with someone and get some vague leanings, or perhaps you're able to negotiate like the start of an agreement for more information, right?
Yeah. Can it be my contact? On my sheet, Bennett.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good to me.
Do you want to work a scene with it, or?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just sending where these projects are to the group. That way people can look. I might need to reapply ownership. If that's there we go. So it's on the actors tab.
Okay, see it.
Yep. All right, but let me just double check your contacts page. An astronomer. Oh, Okay, sure. How do you think Bennett's talents would be of use to you?
Well, he does divination and fortune telling, so with the stars. So he would consult them to get an inkling of these people's whereabouts.
I imagine Merlin going either in person or connecting with a spell work and hearing.
Yeah, I did a tune, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to contact them
Connecting with a
mystically.
spell. Yeah. And though Merlin can't see, we can see this Samandal man, like a lizard folks sort,
Ooh.
with a very impressive observatory and telescope set up. So Merlin, of course, you're making this call at night, knowing that he looks through the stars, and knowing
I appear in the clouds like Mufasa.
and knowing that you're particularly in his favor, you don't expect to have to ask for much more, and certainly you do not. And we get these shots of him like adjusting gears, and then there's heavy clunk, and as like part lenses will rotate out of the telescope. And after I'd say a long set of question and answers, conversations about who it is that Merlin's looking for and what he knows about them, the man would say, "It's a particularly clustered set of stars you're looking at here. Quite a bit to sift and search through, and lots of movement. Are you
Does everyone in the Wizard Mafia talk like that?
This person actually isn't. I'm just trying to do lizard, but yeah. Probably they do, right? Who knows?
Oh, it could have been the bird person from Dion's Den.
Oh my god.
Making a cameo.
Oh, you're right. It could have been. I do not remember.
Well,
that
we can stick with the
person.
lizard. This is primordial, that guy.
Yeah. I think he says, "You ought to be cautious, as there's certainly danger in this. Trying to navigate this nest of stars may prove hazardous to you."
With all the packs of pipe weed I smoke, I'm used to it.
At that, he
Wow.
says,
Okay, fully.
you know that, but you don't consider not doing it, just as a...
The cloud form I've taken starts to like reform into a natural shape, but then I it redefines back to me. It's like, I know they don't want this, but I need to talk to them again.
Well, I found something, but it'll take some time to continue along the trail. Keep in contact. I'll have questions for you along the way. Once I have something
Thank
more
you.
concrete, you might have to go look for it yourself.
On that, he starts to fuzz out again and then completely dissipates.
And suffice to say, he's found a trail, but not yet enough to give you concrete answers because you only got 1 tick out of 6. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, 3 coin left. Any more pitches for anything anyone wants?
Do we have to spend all the coins?
No, you do not. You
No.
can save it for later.
Nope,
You
we
can
can
keep
do
it
it.
for other things. I'm just mentioning it now because, now you actually have it, so. No, all right, I'm hearing silence. In which
Yeah,
case,
I've got 1 more tick for healing, but I think that can wait until next time because I've just got level 1 stress.
all right. Going once. Oh, I see.
Sold.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see Lena's circle lighting up green, but I don't hear.
Banked.
So I'm just confirming.
I said I think we should save the money.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Did anyone else hear that? Or was that just me? I didn't catch that the first time.
I
at
didn't.
least.
I heard it.
Oh, you did
I
hear
didn't
it?
hear it the first
Oh,
time, no.
funky.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't hear the first
Lie.
time. Okay. So, oh no, internet connection not
Well,
very
let's
strong.
continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Shakes fist.
Last thing we can do before the sortie is now officially over and we move on is if you look at your fancy Vern's retinue tracking sheet, you'll notice your renown has gone up. I applied it. You got 3 more over the course of this sortie.
Ooh.
Yeah!
The unrest has also gone up because you attacked a higher tier faction and you seized territory by force.
Yeah.
So now's the part where we actually need to roll an unrest die. So for this, I'm going to roll a single d6. At this stage, based off of the amount of unrest that you have, I think that most of these rolls probably aren't going to be an issue for you. You really just don't want... Well, really, a 1 or a 3 is good. 4 or 5 are perhaps not so good, but not like immediately an issue. And a 6 is what you really don't want. Right?
Yay.
So I just roll a 6, and and we find out from there.
Whew!
All right.
Okay.
On a 4, we get a very brief scene as elsewhere in New Stathros, there's a messenger. They race down the halls of a stone fortress. Glances out the windows show that this fortress is in the sky. Airships of all sorts, small and large, warship and supply ships, moving this way and that. The messenger pushes into a room where a large meeting is occurring. A map of the territory, a bunch of markers. The messenger says, House Leporaydos has broken its siege, and Polychronios is dead. A hush falls over the room for a few moments, and then an uproar, right? All the uproar is directed towards one person. You should send our fleets at once. We need to move in and crush them once and for all. It's ridiculous we haven't done it yet. And then the person that these are all directed to raises a stone hand. A figure whose very body looks as if it's made from marble, draped in fine cloths. A half-elf, half-gnome who retains his elven stature, but has gained the gnomish stone body, stands there poised And when he is still, he looks indistinguishable from a finely crafted work of art.
Oof.
And
It is
says,
sculpted.
"The heirs of House Argestes have not asked for our aid, and thus it will not be given. However, we cannot let their success we cannot let their failure spread to the rest of the lands. Increase patrols along the canyons, especially along the territorial borders. Give Argestes a chance to redeem themselves, and if they cannot, we will step in then." He just taps the table with a stone finger, and that's when we cut back to our group. Essentially what this means on a 4, at this point in time, really just crossing this canyon is now going to become more difficult due to the increased airship presence. This isn't going to be something where it's like, oh, now if you guys are going back and forth during downtime, you need to roll something like that. But this will affect your sortie planning, right? If your two factions are on different sides of this canyon, so trying to do anything that joins them, it's now more dangerous, right?
Ooh,
I'll put a marker for that. I'll put a marker for that at some point, but that's that for now. And now I turn things over to you guys for what it is you want to start planning to do next.
Seems the logical course would be to connect between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how.
We build a giant rope bridge between the two places. I mean, this crush local resistance, that's not something we're contributing to.
No, this is what those factions are doing. So
okay, so I guess just try and stave this off.
I was putting the danger orange here.
Danger orange.
Now that's a lot of orange, is
Yep.
what I'll say.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yep,
increased
okay.
patrols,
Rivers
right?
of orange
So-
cola.
All right, how do we kill them all?
Whoa.
I
I think we should find that stone guy and drop him from a really, really tall place. They'll shatter, and then no problem.
It's awesome.
I think dropping almost anyone from a high place.
You know, that's true.
But it's like, it's good for the sensors. We don't have to
True.
censor
sure.
it in certain releases. It's great.
Yeah, you know, actually dropping things from a really high place is in vogue. The Laurel Concord has recently developed and successfully employed dropping rocks from, miniaturizing high-density things, sending them to space and dropping them. So,
Low orbit.
Oh,
yep, that has
Curse the people who were in charge of that.
Yeah, curse the people who knows. Who
If only we had someone specific to blame.
Yeah, someone in particular. It was me from a past campaign. And a friend.
okay, I thought this was like, I have no idea where this is going, but like you were talking about a thing species, like a certain species has developed, like crows. They're dropping shit from high above.
Oh no!
Well, they do that, but
yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, I have something in my notes that might give you some direction, though it does involve you leaving Leporaydos briefly, but I imagine it's something that happens on occasion, especially because, Chalice, you know that your uncle, if he can't meet up with you in person, would leave messages at specific locations that you've previously agreed on.
Okay.
And thus you find a message from your uncle. While in the capital, Fritz has covertly searched through some sealed archives and found the following information in some of the personal writings of the Queen.
Can you take us to the map, please?
Oh yes, I can take you to the map. You should be able to just go there, but...
No, I mean the stream.
Oh, stream. Good call. Good call. Yeah.
That was Amasha. Thank you.
So at some point, Chalice, you'll go back to Tawam to check in on the group messages. And in Fritz's handwriting, there was a period, several months, I think, it looks like, where the king and queen did genuinely believe that their child was dead. There was a burst of chaos in the area. It coincided with her disappearance, and due to her young age, it was assumed to be a rather gruesome demise. However, it was later discovered that some of the would-be assassins had turned on each other, and it was one of their deaths which caused the rupture. It's not clear here in what I've managed to find why this happened, or how specifically the king and queen learned of this, but perhaps we can find it out elsewhere. Anyway, at that point, Vern's death was already made public, and she was mourned, and they didn't know if she was still alive. For all they knew, she had been sent into a pocket dimension and starved. So rather than renew hope, they determined to covertly search for her. Using magical artifacts they commissioned specifically to detect the bloodline of the king. 5 made, 1 for each region of the nation. From what I can tell, they're all pieces of jewelry that looked mundane, though well made, but were enchanted to reveal their true regal forms when worn by someone of royal blood.
Miraculous.
A ring, a necklace, a circlet, a bangle, and a staff.
No.
You don't want to be a magical girl?
It's miraculous.
Only Vern gets to be miraculous, and that's fine. She deserves it, but let's not bring that into it. What would,
Oh my god,
what
I'm
would
so
their
excited.
gimmick be?
For Vern?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I tried to
Scorpion
pick
themed,
several
then.
different. Yeah, I tried to pick too many animal guides, but I like Scorpion the best. Did you know they're fiercely territorial?
That makes sense.
Anyway,
Yep.
Stinger Scorpion.
They can also
Um,
climb up kitchen pipes.
Ooh.
So can we assume that or maybe we don't, but I was gonna say, like, do we feel like people are actively searching for Vern right now and could be in possession of one of these items?
This would have been decades ago, the assassination, right? Vern was young. So to finish out the document, you would say that, from what I can tell, a pair of retainers searched with them for a time before distributing them to trustworthy allies across the nation. I've never heard of House Zakaria having one. It's possible your aunt would be aware, but it's also possible that they weren't entrusted to nobility, given the situation at the time and the uncertainty around the assassination and who was truly behind it. Maybe they sought non-noble allies to give them to.
I see. Okay, so
But he doesn't know.
this means. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I was saying he doesn't know for sure. He's just saying it could
Okay,
be noble
but-
hands, it could be not. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a. I guess it's not really a detection system. Rather, it's more of a. We can find out who the true heir is if you wear this. So this could be a good alternative for Vern to prove their legitimacy without having to show a scar each time. You can wear the
Yeah.
regalia
Ooh.
Mhm.
to prove.
I want to get iced out, dude.
Like absolutely dripped.
Yeah.
So Vern, this could be an opportunity if you are ready, and I believe you are at this are now, to show everybody that you have survived and are a piece in the game. Though small we are at the moment, do you feel comfortable if we go searching for this? The benefit is you don't have to show your face as often as I know you've been doing.
Yeah, I think I need these.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least
That looks
one
so good
on
would
you.
go a long way, right? You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, excellent. There's while my uncle isn't sure about where these pieces might lie, we could start asking around for trusted sources. Now, we don't necessarily believe that some are in House Zakaria, but it is possible, and we do have immediate connections if we wanted to go see my family.
Okay.
Or
That means you'd have to go see your family. So
yes,
maybe no.
yes. It would be awkward for sure. But if Your Highness wanted to, I would not say no.
Right.
Sorry, yes, Vern.
okay, it's okay.
But we don't know for sure. We could start asking around.
I think that's the better course of action. Maybe.
Well,
I will
perhaps we could ask Lady Noemi, as she knew your family previously. Maybe she has a lead to where one of these pieces might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you go to her and you raise your relay the information, to which she thinks for a good long while and says, "If my husband was aware of such a thing, he did not share it with me. And I don't believe that would be likely. I think it's possible that the nobility themselves was specifically avoided for this responsibility."
Right.
She looks towards Vern and says, "You were young at the time, but perhaps you've learned since. Your parents were attempting to change a lot of how the nation worked. They were attempting to make amends for some of the actions of your grandfather. They were attempting to adjust where the balance lied within the nation. And some of the powers that be were not keen on this adjustment. I would not throw words unproven, and it's certainly not now that many of them are dead, and we may never know. But I can imagine a sense of distrust amongst your parents, for whom the royals' typical allies would be. But given their character, I don't think they would trust just anyone. They would look for people respected in their communities, people who had a strong sense of character." Oh, and while you're here, I meant to give you this. I don't know if it's something you wish to brandish, as its connotations are that of the old, but at least one of these is still in good condition. And she will unfurl a flag of Eminencia Dorada, which I will put here on the screen on the left.
Oh, it looked cool!
The golden light from on high shining to the land below.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, when you said MCO, give me that name again, please. Eminencio?
Oh, Eminencia Dorada.
Eminencio. Okay. So when I don't know why, but the second your lips let out the M in there, it's like the flag of Eminem.
Yes, chocolatey goodness for all.
Is it like a big banner flag or
Yeah,
something
this is like
that
a
she
big
could like
one.
keep in her pocket? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a big one. Those, if you're interested in small ones, certainly small ones could be made. And that would take. They still have some of their artisans, people who are just trapped in here, could certainly get them made for you.
Mm-hmm.
But as she said, she's not sure if this is the flag you want to wave or not, right?
Yeah. It is a bit old, and I I feel very much like I'm borrowing this name. I'd hate to borrow the flag as well.
Could think on
I
how
have
to
to think on
redesign it.
We should
Yeah.
we should add a little symbol to it to
We
make
should-
it our own.
Yeah.
Not sure what, but
This
I'm
is a
thinking about
wonderful
artists.
starting point.
Well, and take it and build upon it as you build upon those who came before you and what they left behind.
Remember who you are.
Actually, do you have anything else specific for her? Because I actually have a tangential thing here for a subset of you. But if you have anything more you want to ask her first.
Nothing that can come to mind, but I feel like I had something about the artifact distributed
For me or for her?
for her, but I
Okay.
can't remember what it
Okay,
was.
If we
Sorry.
think of it.
Yeah.
Alright. At some point, perhaps not immediately after this conversation, or perhaps while Shion, you are still recovering, you would be visited by both Noemi and by Ariel. Actually, no, it wouldn't just be Shion. It would also be Chantrell and Merlin. When the three of you are together at some point, I think, the exterior team, the two would make a special trip to you three. And I think Ariel would speak first and say, the three of you have done a great service that I know you didn't intend it as a service to us. It's for Vern, it's for her cause, and you're of her retinue, but I and Lady Noemi wish to express our deep gratitude for succeeding where we fell short in taking out Polychronios.
Think nothing of it.
maybe think some things of it.
Yeah, like Merlin, you say that, and then they look to Shion, who's like, still at this point mid-recovery, right?
She'll be fine.
I appreciate you coming here to say that. It
Just
was
doing to
difficult,
help.
but it worked out. And I think that this is a good start to working together.
Doing my job.
Actually, this is all flavors talking to. This is part of. It's like related to the project I just started, but like I don't want to like add a thing to it. It's just for like flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, yeah, they're thinking of it, and then he kind of goes, actually, within your territory, perhaps you've stumbled or heard of. Have you heard anyone by the name of Jonathan Wickham or Brian Wickham? Perhaps even a Miriam Wickham, although maybe she's taken the name if she's married?
I think by virtue of you being on one progress, they probably have not.
I'm not trying to improve the progress, it's just
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah. I think they would. Probably the question would be, should we have? Is there a reputation they're known for?
No, just Merlin tries to look away, but then he sighs, looks down and goes, "They're my children. And I've lost contact with them, and I want to get back in touch."
Unfortunately, we haven't. But once we've recovered here, and our scouts are able to go afield, you're welcome to lean on us for the search.
He takes off his glasses, a little teary-eyed, goes, "Thank you very much."
I imagine that, as you asked and confessed that was Noemi responding to you and sort of pulling you to the side. Chantrell, I'll leave it up to you whether you're pulled in that direction or the other one. I think Ariel would at least approach Shion specifically and say, "You said that you're just doing your job, but..." He searches for the right word. Or perhaps he searches for... It's a particularly interesting choice of words, doing your job, not your duty, not completing the mission you were given.
I just...
Sorry, this is while you're talking to Noemi. This is for Shion specifically.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He sort of trails off there, but I don't know. He's trying to poke and prod at your motivation there, Shion.
With all due respect, this isn't my fight. My alliance here is temporary.
There's a, he conducts himself with a pretty, poised, he keeps himself pretty poised. And nods along with your answer and says, "For someone whose fight it wasn't, your involvement in it was nearly a lot more temporary than I think you would have hoped with the state you were drawn back here. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not going to say that I don't have my reservations about someone whose motivations are unclear. But greater than that, I have reservations about someone who is so willing to be thrown to death while they have business unfinished. It's a risk to those around you to be that reckless with your own life."
I did what I did because I knew I was going to succeed.
The confidence of a young person.
Damn, fucking Sung Shu over here.
You say that, and he probably stares back at you, and I'm going to assume Shion genuinely means that, right?
Yeah,
Genuinely means
then
that.
it's not even a boast, it's just a fact.
Yeah. It's like, if I wasn't going to succeed, then we wouldn't be here now having this conversation. The point's moot anyway, so, yeah. I think he stares at Shion for a good moment before there's a little bit of
Right back.
a tension releasing scoff. It's like, well, I suppose one person was going to be right about that sooner or later. I'm sorry if this came across as interrogation. I meant what I said earlier, and I appreciate what the three of you, and you especially, have done. And at that, I think you'll back off a bit, having gained at least a slightly better understanding of Shion, but perhaps not fully alleviating his concerns. But,
Fair.
yeah.
Cool. Chantrell kind of followed with Merlin, not exactly, because they did, kind of make it obvious that it was just them, but she's trying to listen to both conversations, but paying more attention to Merlin's, mostly because she wants to be able to protect Vern if there is more out there.
Okay, gotcha.
And knowing whether or not those are good or bad guys is important.
Mhm.
And Merlin has already shown that he's kind of talks around what reality is, and so she's still just like internally mathing of like, okay, they are his kids. Does that mean that are they gonna be a problem, or does he just want to like talk to them, like?
Right.
But
They gotta be a problem. Punches fists.
maybe. But
Well,
that obviously is not the exact conversation, but as Merlin kind of enunciates that he more just wants to talk to them, she's still unsure but backs off a little bit mentally. But then she's like, oh wait, I have things I want to ask. So once Merlin is done talking, or once Lady Noemi is like, once they've kind of wrapped up, Chantrell will come forward when you're ready.
Yeah, sure. Oh, do you think, is this a small set of questions and we should do it now, or is this a longer set of questions and we should do it when we come back from a break?
It might be longer depending on her responses, so maybe afterwards.
So that sounds like a good place we can come back to this conversation shortly.
yeah.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break here. I think this is the closest we've been to halfway through the session. We're taking it. Hydrate, get a snack, use the restroom. Be back here in 5 to 10. We'll see you again soon.
Whee!
Liminal Branch Library.
All
What
right, we
questions
are
are Chantal
back.
asking? Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it, because we're back, and we're about to find out what questions what questions Chantrell is going to ask. Chantrell had some questions for Lady Noemi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know that there are tunnels beneath the fortress and out in the canyon area. Do you remember or know if any of them go deeper than the surface? I mean, obviously they're caves, but I'm trying to figure out if there was ever any connection with my people deeper, or if that... Because we've had mines where they didn't quite get that far, but there's always the possibility. And it would be really good to know these things.
You asked that question, and she looks like by the time you're done and asking it, she does have an answer for you. Yes, the tunnels under the fortress are something that we've attempted to map over many a generation. Unfortunately, they have proved difficult in that sense. The shifting landscape, though we have done our best as a nation to stabilize over the past few centuries, seems to affect those tunnels especially so, which has proved a boon at times and a burden at others. We believe that there is a connection to go deeper, but that it is a narrow one. On occasion, we find creatures clawing their way up that do not seem to be the sort that typically roam the surface or the shallow depths. I think
She's nodding.
it would be something which... And she would probably list off a few examples. I don't have creatures off the top of my head.
Yeah, but I imagine that they're ones that Chantrell probably recognizes if they're from the same layer.
Right. Able to establish sort of a sense of scale of, like, what's the biggest thing that's wandered up, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, maybe, like, 3-ish times your size. So, like, a decent-sized passage, but not like a, you know, great cavern.
That's not going to be a trade route.
Right. And once that information is sort of like conveyed and like settled in, you know, maybe you ask about a couple of creatures that haven't been here and they go back and forth.
Yeah.
She says, forgive me if this is out of place, but for what reason do you seek this knowledge? Are you seeking to head below, or leaves you
No.
open?
I am just trying to figure out all of the various areas we have connections, because making those connections is important to keeping up if we actually connect. If we have a connection and we can make it happen, then there might be a way to make this an area of travel, depending on how things go. Gestures generally.
Still relatable.
There's a lot of pieces moving right now, and I'm trying to get a better idea of anything that could be helpful in the future.
We got a raid.
Oh,
Hey, welcome Raiders.
Izzy,
Welcome,
hello.
Raiders. Welcome, Izzy Rain, to Where Chaos Reigns. We got a
Ooh.
name match there.
Haha.
Resident Evil 3. Well, that's fun. That's fun. How's that going for you?
Oh, Carlos has said hi.
Tell Nikolai
Tell,
what's up.
tell Nemesis this time.
Oh my. Tell Nemesis stories.
Great, stressful, but great. Oh, glad to hear it. Well, welcome over here. We are Mordio and Nova. I'm Mordio. Nova's over there playing as Chalice. We are currently doing our
Hello.
tabletop campaign, Where Chaos Reigns, our 5th session. Our retinue has just come off their first large-scale battle and is in the midst of recovering, talking, and getting ready for what comes next. And welcome on in. If you have to raid and run, of course, do what you gotta do. Otherwise, if you're gonna stay around, we hope you settle in and enjoy this relaxed portion of our tabletop RPG. And on the channel itself, we do a variety of stuff. So, yeah.
Check out the pin if you want to see what we were doing last session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chantrell, with that information, believe Noemi does. While I'm not an expert in these matters, I do have some knowledge of passages to the world below. Ones that, if they're not known to you, must run rather close in parallel to passages you are aware of. To the west, there's a mining settlement along one of the villages. Tresa is what most people call it. The abbreviation on maps is typically AAA.
The AAA.
Sorry that you said Tracer. It's like, oh, that's how Tracer says her name.
Officially speaking, no, it's alright. Officially speaking, Ascensoral Abismo is the proper name, though if you call it that. In our territory, that's where it goes deepest within the earth, though I don't believe we've made contact before in that passage. It's possible that we simply have not crossed paths. And I don't know if further west there is a Visos in the territory of Zara's Hook, our neighbors. Tensions may be a bit high with that region at the moment. They're allied with the occupiers here, but they send frequent delves into the depths in search of the eponymous Tower of Almas Zara, a mage who lived in this region once, long before the chaos spread in the spread. Some say that her tower has been spotted in those depths. And I think at this, you might actually have some vague recollection of, like, explorers searching for something. Perhaps not anyone you've met yourself, but, like, that there's been people looking for, like, a specific location that have made contacts before, right?
Yeah, she was focused on training and socializing.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
All right, that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. And I will let you and of course Vern know about anything that may change in the future if I'm aware. But these are the first steps.
Yes, of course. Whether through Vern or through yourself, if there's anything we can do to be of assistance to you, we certainly owe you that.
And Chantrell will just be like that. I don't know how best to explain it other than like beaming while still having all of her wounds visible.
Yeah, fair, reasonable.
Very shonen protagonist look.
Yeah.
You're doing the One Piece thing where you're giving the fist.
Oh my god.
Your back turn.
That sounds
I
good.
hope I'm the rival character.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the, at the very least, a blue type character, right? Or, well, actually, I guess it depends on the But,
The Sasuke.
yeah, thanks for coming by, Izzy, and metalcore dark pop music. That sounds a lot of fun. A show. Neat. Oh, yes, that's really neat. Thanks for raiding in. We appreciate it. Good night. All right. Back to your guys though. This is now your time right now. I'll mention. Your downtime actions have been expended. You have a handful of coin. You do have to go on another sortie eventually. But you're somewhat relaxed here. You get to decide where you're looking, what you're gathering information on. You have some leads. There's supposedly a different crown jewel, if you want to call them that, in each territory, and you have a presence in 2. If you count Chalice's family, you have a presence in 3. You have the connect your two territories idea, which someone raised earlier, the location most between them is Amara Verde, which is the essentially a stretch of farmlands along the, like, if you picture the canyon sort of like as like a stepped down canyon, right? Along one stretch of the plateaus is where the verdant soil is, and then lower down is where the river is that will rise with the seasons. So that's like the stretch of farmlands, and through there is the gradient line where Chantrell and Vern first met. So that's a lot of small settlements rather than any like big city or fortress. Or of course there is Tawam itself, currently occupied by House Vutis, who you took out Ixion the Blue, who was their head of military, but the head of the house is still around. So if you took that, the rest of the territory should follow relatively smoothly, right? But those are the options that I think are most obviously available,
Yeah.
but that never should stop you from looking around and saying you want to look somewhere else, right? So feel free to ask questions and go from there. Oh, my voice is very calming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
A lovely
That's
voice.
very true.
Oh.
We're not
Now time for the
just
voice
looking
crack.
up to the GM.
All right. Twin Moon Canyon is the home where we started, right?
Yeah, so the big markers are the
Yes.
the territory names. They
Okay,
also
okay.
start with the underscore to make that a little bit clearer as well. So the big markers are that. So Twin Moon Canyon is the correct region that you started in, and Tawam is the city specifically.
Okay.
That's the seat? Or...
That is where we started the campaign. The seat of power is all the way down here in Osofera. And-
I just, like, since this is the region, like,
Oh.
if this is, like, the seat of the region, is that Tuam? Or...
Yeah, that would be Tawam, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, of that particular region.
All right.
I think
So
my vote is for finding at least one artifact
Mhm.
so that Vern could try and do a more diplomatic rather than bloodful
Yeah.
thing
You know what,
of these
that's a good
families.
We did a
That's
war.
our
Let's do
vote.
an adventure instead. Let's do an Indiana Jones.
Yeah, she kind of wants to convince people that she has the claim. You should support her.
Mhm.
We can overthrow the people trying to invade us if we
Mhm.
work together.
Friendship.
Other than that, I'm not sure. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, since we have arguably a territory on one end and another on another end, I feel like it makes sense to try to bridge that gap.
Mhm.
So maybe the idea here is to try to get the Twin Moon Canyon region first, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the artifacts, if the nobility don't know about it, and then it follows that it probably would have ended up somewhere where there was a lot of trade on the lower end of things, which kind of fits the area.
Mhm. Now it did say that the nobility probably don't, but they were likely given to trusted allies. But I'll repeat again. That's like 20-ish years ago, so who knows,
Exactly.
right? They're probably in a variety of places now. So that is another place.
Well, would the people that raised Vern count as a trusted ally that's not nobility?
But I've been suspicious about. I don't know how to phrase that kind of question.
To me,
Asking
the
the people
GM,
who
or to
raised
that
I
character?
forget my
in
dad's
person?
name. Oh, hold on, I forget his name. yeah,
Carl?
It's okay. It's been years.
it's been not my dad. My
Your boss from the place.
my dad.
No, not the boss. Someone else.
The father.
Not your boss, your
Tuga.
dad.
Okay, sorry.
My dad, my boss, my dad, my
My
boss.
dad boss.
Toga Alandis.
Yeah.
Is that the boss baby grown up?
No! Makes sense to start asking there,
Yeah.
an orphanage or whatever.
Mhm. And then
He is like the best guy Vern knows. So that's an unfortunate pain point she's going to have to go address.
Yeah, and sadly, since starting this retinue, it's still the best guy you know.
Everyone get better now.
I'm trying!
What's wrong with me?
Actually, you're right,
Oh,
you're right
no.
up top there.
Pat, pat.
I love the idea of Alice being like, oh, I guess, okay, that's fine.
You know, I was never really liked to begin with, so I'm used to it.
No!
oh no, poor guy.
Well,
What
if
would
you
it
do
look
well in the
like
character
traveling to
polls,
Guam?
we'll raise you an opening title.
Or should we go to Amar?
Is Vern ready to talk to the people that she knows? Because we can put it
No.
off for a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
you-
but I think it's time.
Yeah, that's sort of the question here, right? Like you could go around gathering some information in Amara Verde and try to like learn about the people there, or you could go to Tuam and try to see if there's anything to learn from the bishop. But it's really your approach. Just keep in mind that we want to try to head towards a sortie definition, right? Whether that is sounds to me. You can always correct me as I'm wrong, is your goal is to find one of these jewels, use it to prove your identity, and then either provoke an uprising or diplomatically pull more territory into your
Yeah.
into your repertoire, right? So
Yeah.
okay.
So going off little description we have here, it seems like it's a trading settlement, but you know they don't have the most resources. It's like very reliant on commerce. So perhaps if Vern can find a solution to help get them more stable food and water, maybe help get more infrastructure, maybe turn them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you talking about Tuam itself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, certainly that would help get the people on their side, or on your side.
Yeah, that would be like very in line with her beliefs. So I think that's a really good idea.
Mhm. Certainly, that sounds like a infrastructural issue that's going to be hard to address as a tabletop RPG party. but
Yeah.
you can try to figure something out.
How do we roll to establish levees and aqueducts?
We gotta Mayor Mondani this bullshit.
I mean, how many
Okay,
inches
but
of water?
also we have the pirates who have been
I
having
was
issues,
thinking
and if we
that.
take that area, then the pirates can then help.
Oh, true.
We help have them like legitimately bring goods.
I mean, that's what they're
services
fighting
in between
for.
too. Yeah,
No.
like they have airships. They can help ferry things to the coast.
Now, I will point out the pirates were kicked out by the major mining companies because they were miners who the
Oh.
mining companies didn't want to give, proportional pay for the discoveries they made. And then, in recent memory, before you guys allied with them, the mining companies and the current people in control invited the pirates back, said, all that happened under the old rulers. Everything's forgiven, let's negotiate. And then they ambushed the pirates and killed most of them. So, the pirates, if you're bringing the pirates back into the city, you might have to do something about the mining companies. So just keep that in mind.
It seems like we need to.
Haha, mind.
Vern worked for a mining company.
Crush Shinra.
That's true. Okay, we get Osprey Corporation to kill everyone.
Osprey Corp takes over the other two mines, becomes
Yeah.
Monopoly. That's a solution.
Then we become the
Trello
problem.
support.
Oh,
I know.
How blood
And
diamond
that's
of
the
you.
problem.
Anyway.
Do you want to kill him?
No.
No, don't
I
kill
can
them.
Shion and
You
Laura,
don't-
I heard someone say kill. I think we should do that action.
all their band-aids and bandages that they're wrapped in just fly off their body and they're ready, stanced up.
Time for kill. Alright, but what are we going to do? Are we going to go learn a bit about the people of Mara Verde first, or are we going to Father Toga Alandis first?
I think we should learn more about Tuam.
Or go to Tuam here?
Yeah, I think information's gonna help me make a better decision, to be honest.
When you say information, what information are you looking for then?
We want to know all about the farmers and infrastructure, right? Or is that
Okay.
a different?
Merlin said Tawam, which is where Alandis is, where Toga is. You're talking about this one here. So maybe someone's wires are crossed. But
Yeah, mine are.
I mean, if we do get AAA, Tressa or whatever,
uh-huh.
it will give us more to our airships and levies, and we can like use that to bolster
more
our pirate
powerful.
forces. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's the same tier either way.
All right.
Right. I was
I'm
gonna-
into
And also,
I'm
it
so sorry.
keeps us out of the canyon, which has a patrol in it now.
Yeah, that's true. So here's what I'll
Chantrell
do.
will probably start a long-term project out there.
I think that since there's some indecision, we can have a retinue vote because there's an odd number. So let's think for that. This
So fun.
This can be at the player character level unless your player character truly does not care, in which case it can be at the player level. Do we go talk to Father Toga Landis first, or do we go towards the valley and try to learn information from the farmers about their lives, their struggles, what they're doing? Right. So
Can you repeat what the first option is?
go to see Vern's caretaker, who is a powerful or an influential figure in the local community, who potentially could offer leads to one of these gems that verify her royal status. Sorry, not gems, jewelry. Verify her royal status.
And that's at this location right here.
Yeah, that's up here in Tuam.
Okay, so Tuam, yeah.
Yeah, Tuam. Or we go to.
So I
Valley.
think Chalice would vote for going to Tawam to find the items. Perhaps hypocritically, like, well, you have to face them sometime. And if Vern is like, well, what about your family? He's like, well, that's different.
That's something else entirely. Why
I
are
feel
we
like the only
talking about
person in the retinue who doesn't have that I can't talk to them yet problem is Chantrell.
Yeah.
So Shion's I can't talk to them yet is a different kind. It's like, I can't find him yet, but I want to. It's like, and once we do.
I don't think talking is the right
Yeah,
word
talking's
there.
not the right word.
I
Anyways,
mean, mine is
It's
also, but
implications, yeah.
it's like, God, I gotta fucking do this.
yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, yours is also like you can't find them, but I think the energy behind it is very different for.
It's like, okay, I gotta do it. Begrudgingly.
Chantrell over here sending artwork home whenever she meets up with
Aw.
the other scouts.
Oh, that's fun.
How do you... Oh, you meet up with the scouts. I thought, like, you just, like, put it in the ground and someone takes it. From underneath.
Right,
That would
Just
be
let the box,
amazing.
like, here you go.
mailbox system?
right, we got Chalice's vote. What about the rest of the retinue? Anyone else got a vote?
I'm
Where
good
do you
with
vote?
Yeah, I'll vote Mom.
Nope. We
All
didn't.
right.
All right.
Well, then it's decided. I don't need to vote.
All right.
This is Shion would have wanted.
All right. And to Tuam we go. But this is one that I have a scene for. I mean, you've seen it. Don't. Not that. We'll go to the night
Gasp,
one because
gasp,
I
like
the night
you've
one.
never seen it before.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Right?
Look at it in
I'm
awe.
just noticing the
Aw.
second moon looks like an eyeball. Does that mean anything to you, Mordio?
Me, Mordio, the person famous for all of the eyeballs and all of my settings? No, it couldn't mean anything ever.
This looks like the back of an eyeball, and if there's two moons, then that must mean there's two eyeballs.
Why are they eyeing each other like that?
They're gonna
I
kiss.
love with their eyes. Ew.
It's like a Kirby.
I don't make the rules.
They're
Mordio would
Kirby
find it.
boss.
Yeah.
Like,
Now it's turning into
No,
Majora's
it's
Mask.
O2.
Oh no. I guess Majora's Mask.
I mean, that's also possible. But all right.
Oh, I don't have this on.
I assume the retinue is going to be together for this. There's no real reason to leave anyone behind, unless
Yeah.
you don't want to be there. But Vern, since this is the place that you grew up, I'm going to ask you to describe, well, first, if there's any sort of tour you give to your retinue as you bring them there, and second, how you finally find Father Alandis and approach the subject.
Yeah. All right. So she would start with the tour because I think she's trying to buy time and, you know.
So there's this rock over here. Now this is important because this rock is closer to the big tree than a lot of the other rocks.
But you see the quality of the rock. It's really not that porous.
It's got
so
great
weird.
cleavage.
Well, we are here.
No, for real. She'd probably trace her steps through the village, I guess, at the bottom of the plateau.
Mm-hmm.
She'd really walk through the back alleys and all the stuff that she grew up doing her whole life, just running rampant throughout this little town.
Mm-hmm.
She'd point out the places she likes to eat and the library and the places that she, has very distinct memories. Then she would lead you all up this absolutely grueling climb to get up to the chapel. What do we call it? Temple at the top?
I think either would work.
The cloisters, I guess.
Yeah, like the cloister is the whole structure, but there certainly is a more specific chapel building in there as well.
Mm-hmm. I've got a question for Vern that's maybe retroactive. Has Vern shared anything about this area or the people from her past with Chantrell? Because I know that we've talked in the past, but I wasn't sure if it was just this is what I'm doing now, and oh my god, I'm or if
She's
there was
probably
also
a bit of a yapper. She'll probably have spun you a yarn or two. She knows that you like to hear about surface stuff too, so she'll indulge you that way.
Just a general sentence of the vibe. What vibe did that give?
Very cheerful.
Okay.
Very much like how you felt when you were able to spore mind meld with everybody. It was this is the place that made her who she is, so she loves it so much. Even if it's rough and tumble. Yeah. So she'll take you all up this winding back path to the cloisters and ultimately kind of sneak you guys in. Up a little path of ivy, up into a structure that leads into a secluded chapel, a little worshiping area. And I think when she gets up there, she'll do something distinctive that she did all the time. She'll elbow a cooking pot or something that makes a lot of noise. As if she's done that almost every time she snuck back in here.
That's sort of
and I think that would alert
I'm home sort of.
A little bit of it's a hang in her hat kind of thing. Speaking of which, once she's in here, she will take off her hat, her mask, her little head covering.
Oh, okay.
All that. She's truly home. And I think she'd invite you guys to sit on the pews or whatever seating is there, and wait for Father Toga to come back out.
I feel like Merlin would be a tiny bit hesitant to enter the church. Also, who's the church to, by the way?
I was just about to describe actually what we see at the centerpiece.
Oh.
This cloister is built around there are a handful of major deities in this setting. Though there's plenty of lesser one or more regional ones. But of the major deities, there are two which are considered truly divine. The world, which is this amalgam of nature deities who in the past were once separate but all had to come together to repel an invasion of what was essentially, aberrant creatures, right? Not mind flayers or beholders, but things along those lines. So they merged into one. And the second of these true divinities is the boundary, which is what keeps them out to this day, and what also represents order and stability. So the boundary is a deity who is particularly revered and feared across this entire nation because this region is covered in chaos, right? So some people revere the boundary out of if we revere the boundary, it'll lessen the chaos to us. Other people fear the boundary because clearly the boundary has a problem with us in particular, right? So it's like that level of that's the relationship. Here, this cloister, Vern would know, is the largest dedicated location to the boundary in this nation. There's a much bigger temple, like cloister, set up in the neighboring nation whose prince is now currently ruling over you. Like they're really big on the boundary over there. But yeah, this is the biggest one. This figure is often represented not with one statue, but with two slightly, like just adjacent but shifted, like a humanoid form, with one arm poised above and the other below. But like the left and right halves are just barely separated, creating that like dividing line between one and another, right?
The way you're describing it sounds like they're about to like do a hand, like dab me up maneuver.
I'd probably some of the more the lacking in budget statues would very much resemble that motion. Yes, here I think due to the artisanal ability, it's a bit clearer that it's like holding the world above while extending a hand to the world below, like keeping them separate. But I see what you're saying, and yes, I can definitely imagine knockoffs looking more like that. So.
No, but what the fuck? That's an incredible gif.
Yeah. All right. So that's the deity in particular. So Vern takes a seat. Merlin sounds like waits in the entryway.
A little bit.
I think Vern might actually be pacing.
Takes a
Actually,
breath
if you're hesitant, I think she would come over and just like put a hand on your arm and just you're safe here. You can relax.
Thank you. And he walks in with her.
Okay. Yay.
Does anyone else have any particular misgivings or responses to being in this place?
Chantrell is looking everywhere. I don't think she's been in a temple above ground. This is really interesting to her.
This is what Upworld thinks of us.
Yeah. And to be clear, though, just based off of that line, the boundary being separated isn't actually between the surface world and like the underworld.
Yeah,
where Chantrell
yeah.
comes from.
Yeah,
It's literally like another plane of existence. Though it was mentioned before that there was a great aberration. I know Nova just said in chat over there, no mind flayers or beholders, but canonically, until about 10 years ago, most of the underground, not necessarily your nation, Chantrell, but if it wasn't them, they were certainly threatened by it. A lot of the underground was united under the Mind Flayer, the singular one, and his empire. That crumbled then.
The brain cutter.
Yeah, like the single guy. So. But anyway, yes. So that guy's gone and dead, and allegedly there are very few aberrations remaining. So. Okay, yes, and I do see the time check, so we'll likely do this conversation, and depending on how long that goes, potentially cut there. All right, Chantrell's coming in. Taking in all the artisanry and detail. What about Chalice or Shion?
Just quiet.
Yeah, Shion's just quiet. Chalice, any?
I don't imagine Chalice has any like feelings about this at all.
Yeah, fair
Just
enough.
normal.
She's like, oh, it's bigger here.
Just regular stuff.
And it does take a little bit for Father Toga to arrive. Vern, you would know that in his he's never been particularly quick during your lifespan, but as his age has advanced, he's certainly grown slower.
Yeah.
But eventually he does enter, and aged, again, we're meeting all of the rabbit and hare NPCs. Guys. That's just what's happening. There are more types of people in this setting, but these are the ones we keep running into right now. So, a desert hare primal, where a lot of his fur has like started to gray, if not like completely turn white. He has a few patches of color in various places, like like on a shoulder here, forearm there, but it's like very much at this point the age is claiming him in a lot of ways. Certainly noticed in his steady gait, where he has his walking stick that he carries with him, helps him move around. When he sees you, Vern, in the company of people that he does not recognize,
He opens fire.
yeah, you see a flash, or maybe not a flash, but you see like his gaze sweeps over all of you first, before looking to Vern and then becoming like the warm welcome home expression that you see him wear.
He uncocks his gun.
I'd ask if you wanted me to put something on, but something tells me that you have your own agenda in mind for today. Come, sit. Let us talk.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. She'll just kind of like pace like that until they go sit down.
Do you wish to start with introductions, or is there something more pressing?
Well, I guess they both kind of feed into each other. This is Chalice.
Hello, sir.
This is House Zakaria. I'm not gonna do all that. She says that.
Mhm.
This is Chantrell, Merlin, and Shion.
He nods towards each
and
of you
they
in turn.
are the first supporters of my path to the throne.
I like turned. She's beefing it. She's beefing it.
Where have you talking for me?
We don't look cool here if we squabble like this.
And just closes their eyes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bert, you say those words, and I think, like he's looking at your allies and then back to you since you're the one speaking, and there's very little indiscernible reaction on his face aside from like a quizzical head tilt to invite you to continue speaking, right?
Okay. That was more so her gauging if he knew if he's one of the trustworthy people that might have one of the thingies.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna continue and talk about so had you ever heard that story of the old capital? The princess went missing. They thought she was dead. It was about the time I showed up here. And she just kind of like winded this path
Mm-hmm.
until the whole story is told.
Mm-hmm. He, of course, like he says, of course, I'm familiar with the tale. There are few of my age who wouldn't be. There was a time when the old king and queen first came into power and their daughter was born. You could sense the change in energy across the nation. I don't think it's any secret that the king before was not particularly popular, and the one before that only marginally more so. But our most recent ones, who were cast down far too soon, early in their reign, was that energy, and when that tragedy struck, he like looks into the distance, like not at any particular thing. When that tragedy struck, we could all feel it. Does not escape me what you say about the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, do you have more you wanted to say?
No, I was just gonna play off that. What if it wasn't as tragic as they said? What if she lived? And what if she's me?
And if she lived, and if she was you, what would you do? Would you leave Vern behind?
Ooh.
Chantrell will
if
speak up then.
No.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say if there was hesitation, he might.
If there is
Go in.
hesitation, Chantrell will jump in and
Okay.
say, Vern is Vern, and she is true to herself, and that is why she is doing what she can for everyone, and that's the goal. That's why she is. I don't know if that comes across super well, but like, Chantrell is on it.
That's my hype man.
Yeah.
Chantrell, you cut in and deliver those words, and he looks to you with the same warm smile that was on his face when he looks to Vern. So I think there's a little bit of something else in his eyes, though the smile remains, right? Whether it's a sadness or what's the word I'm looking for? A skepticism. He says, "Oh, you don't need to convince me of the virtues of Vern. Trust me, I know them quite well.
The virtues.
And I'm rather fond of her. Which is why I want to be certain about what it is you intend to by bringing this information to me. You hope that I will proclaim in your name? Are you looking for a place to hide?"
No, we've got those.
She's on it.
I don't think I want anything from you specifically. I need you to know this because, well, you've been in a few battles now. It's been very scary. But no, I'm Vern. It's my family name. It's my claim to the throne, but it doesn't change anything about me. I know I'm not particularly the most leading full person you've ever met, but I've seen how strange this world has become, and I have to do something about that.
I think this is the first time where he like breaks eye contact with the group to look towards the statue. I believe that you mean every word you say. But Vern, as I hope I've managed to impress on you across the years, there is often a very fine line between things. Between order and chaos, life, death, keeping who you are, and being consumed by someone you never thought you could be.
Sorry, I was muted.
That's all right.
I don't know how she'd react to that because she's been meeting all these like terrifying military people
Mhm.
who are straight up in it for the carnage.
Mhm.
I think she'd talk about that with eloquence more than Katie, can do.
Yeah, what's the
To talk
point you
about
want to
that,
get
and then
across? Like,
I want to talk about that's the way the political landscape is now. And they need someone like me, someone who learned from someone like you how to do better, how to not give in. I want your support and not in a brandishing a sign way. But I also need to know if you know anything about the artifact, the gem, the
Mhm.
jewelry,
mhm.
however she'd phrase that.
The
Are we calling
regalia.
them something? The regalia.
The regalia would be a
The
good.
quest item.
Do you know anything about these items?
I think I would like Vern to make a roll for me.
Ooh.
I mean, you ultimately get to choose, but you're trying to convince him of something, right? So, what do you think you want to roll
Yeah.
to get him to relinquish any information he may have?
Consort, I think makes the most sense. I think command is just not quite right.
No.
Yeah,
I
command's
think
not
she's
good.
appealing to how they've always been not quite honest with one another because he gets
Mhm.
weird when she asks him about where she came from. But I hope all that speech helped him understand like how important this is to her, how she just needs this little push and literally just like a nod yes from him emotionally.
Right.
So that feels very personable.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
Parental approval.
yeah.
True.
Yeah. Roll
Am I doing
for it.
risky? Am I doing controlled?
You're controlled, right? You don't. It's very unlikely anything
know.
you say here will make him disown you or anything of the sort, right? Like your consequences for failure are probably more just a setback than a failure, if anything. Let's see what you got.
Oh,
Well-
fuck.
All right. So
Back to
here's
the old me.
back to the old you. Yep. Vern cannot succeed when it comes to being social.
Let me help you next time.
Why am I in the pilot seat?
You volunteered for this. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Vern, as you make your plea, he continues to look at the statue. And he says, there are many things that have made me quite happy to hear what it is you're saying. Or like in many ways, what you've said has made me quite happy. I am honored that you believe my teachings would help lead this land to a better place. And I am also heartened by the fact that you believe that I've guided you in such a way. It makes me feel that the long hours of arguing that I know I haven't been able to insulate you as well from as I would have preferred. But the argues up here in the cloister about you and the chaos you've caused, both here and in the town. And I see the chaos spreading. Rumors of pirates breaking the siege on House Leporaydos. You're right that the world does need more peaceable leaders. But am I to believe that you're the spark point for all of the recent death and chaos?
Vern is not the source of the chaos. She is taming it. It would happen regardless. And we had hoped that you would see that as well. You mean a great deal to Vern, that is plain. So, if you can't simply provide any information about who she is, who she's always been, then perhaps that is one of the failings you've had for all the good you've done for her.
Oh, Vern would stand up and try and argue with you, but nothing would come out.
Vern gets up and runs.
Yeah, Chalice, you give that response. I think he turns away from the statue and says, I do believe there's many areas where I have been deficient. And there's part of me still that, though she is no child of mine, sees her spreading her wings and moving to the town below, finding her own way in the world. Wonders of what better opportunities I could have granted her. And he looks like he's looking to you, Chalice, like as a response, but then he just glances to Vern briefly and says, what you ask me for, you understand, yes? It's equivalent to throwing you into the fires of chaos myself. You say you will remain Vern, but if you remain Vern here, then you'll survive. I believe you could even thrive with all of the changes that have been happening. But to seize this name, seize this proof, you're asking me to aim the majority of weapons in this nation at you. His mouth moves. The words don't come, but I think you can see them on his lips. He doesn't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Shensha will speak up and say, she is not alone. She will not be on her own in front of this.
Can I get a roll from Chantrell and Chalice? Either, I think one of you can roll and the other one can help, probably.
For
whatever you think will most.
I think command is kind of here. Does my Oh wait, I'm not looking at my. I'm not looking at my sheet.
Got in resolve, friend.
Oh, I don't have command. I have sway. Sway might work here.
Yeah.
I have 1 in sway. What about you, Chantrell?
I have 1 in sway. But
Okay.
also, when I used nothing in
Sway.
command on the pirates, it went really well.
That's true. Can I still do the Oh, never mind. I'm good. Yeah. So either of us can do it.
Yeah, Shion, sorry, what was that you said? I caught the end of it, but
I said I have 2 in command.
you have 2 in command. Well, if you want to say something and feel like you could contribute, then
Or like loom in the background.
I feel like command for Shion is more threats than
That's fair.
arguing, but like I could help.
Yeah, if you want to be an intimidating
I'm
presence.
stress-free, so I don't know if that will.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to help by... Chantrell said that she's not alone, right? And she's not going to be the one, be in danger herself. If you're helping
Maybe
by
my
looking
general
intimidating...
vibe Yeah, exactly. I'm just here sitting here looking intimidating, which is what I'm very good at.
Yeah.
And maybe that will convince him that, you know, she has strong allies.
All right. Yeah, make you can spend the 2 and help someone, give them an extra die. Chalice or Chantrell, who wants the burden of the roll? Heavy is the
I
head
will.
that makes the roll.
I can do it. And
Alright.
so how do I
We
add that?
believe.
Add a number of die?
When you click on the skill at the
Yes.
very top, there's a modifier. It'll start with saying plus 0d, just add +1.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Same thing, controlled standard. There's not a...
Roll.
No!
You didn't add anything though.
It's because because
Right?
Chantrell rolled command, so it turned 2 dice take the lower into 1 die.
Wasn't it supposed to be sway?
I thought we were
thought
doing
so.
sway.
So did I. I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, roll a second die then. Roll a second die. I'll believe.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll keep the first bad roll, but the second one might be better. Oh,
Well,
Oh my god.
you guys are not rolling well.
I'm getting stressed for nothing.
This is the worst day of my life.
He quits the
I looked
church.
intimidating for nothing.
It was so stressful to look intimidating.
It was. Or perhaps
do
the
a roll?
stress comes from thinking you looked intimidating and then seeing that he didn't actually think you were that intimidating, right? Like, oh, not
or
intimidating.
wasn't even looking at you.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
Want me to roll?
Says,
No, we can't just keep rolling till we succeed. That's...
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
we're escalating a little bit here, both in the background music and the stakes, right?
I tried.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He says, I see that you've surrounded yourself with good people who... I think his gaze does linger on Shion for a second. Says, at the very least, will do all they can to protect you. But you haven't engaged on the scale like I have. I've had to manage disputes not just here in Tawam or across Twin Moon, but over the border, between here and the Crown, back when the King and the Queen reigned. Even now, with the occupiers in power, I do everything I can to mediate their wrath towards the people and diminish it. Recklessness will see you... And he, catches himself before he says killed. Right?
Oh, it hurt.
Right? And I think you get the impression that him saying these words to you also hurts him, right? Because he wants to believe in you.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you guys aren't making the case.
We're trying.
Yep,
we're
we're
just
trying.
bad at
It's
it.
I'd like to... Chalice would like to say... he probably would give a little bit of a sigh and then a slight smile and say that... It's clear you don't want any part in what could possibly harm Vern. So, perhaps... we shall just leave it there, and you two can continue to... We can instead turn this into a moment of rest and well-needed sociability. There's other avenues we can try instead. And you won't have to carry that guilt with you. Basically, Chalice is calling him out for being selfish in a sense, but understands.
Mhm.
When you say that, Merlin looks away, just kind of.
Oh,
Tries-
yes.
She focuses really intently on the ground.
Mmm.
Juicy, juicy.
Mhm. I think he catches, what Chalice is trying to do, and says, "There's no raise in his voice, Vern. He doesn't really yell or anything of the sort, but you can catch the slight tension in the corners of his mouth instead, where he says, No, this conversation isn't over. Because certain words once spoken cannot be taken back. You understand that if I just let you leave here without helping you to see the danger this course of action could cause you, and it's no different than if I... And he sort of like makes a gesture, you know, like, if I was to do as you say, right? Like, no, you don't get, he's like, no, you don't just get to disengage because you're not persuading me. Now it's my turn to persuade you that you shouldn't be doing this, right?
Ooh, yum. Okay.
Make a roll.
Yeah,
Oh, bitch!
Challenge me.
I think,
Maybe not Vern.
and now, of course, anyone's able to jump in front of the bullet here on this one. But I think he looks directly to Vern and says simply, clearly, why you? What do you, as this theoretical lost princess, bring that any other claimant to the throne could not? What would you bring to the people that some lowborn hero could not? Why do you have to be the one in danger's way to make things better?
Someone has to.
I would love it if you did jump up and say that.
No, he
I
does
think
say
she
that.
would say, because I'm scared, and because you're scared, because you think I'm good enough for this world to keep safe. I think I need to be here for everyone in this kingdom. I don't know if I can roll again, but
I want to.
it's
Yeah.
swaggy.
If that's your statement, does anyone else have a pitch that they would like to add as well, like Merlin's?
He's gonna add. You don't want this to happen to your kids, and that's understandable. No one wants to see their child leave them before they're ready, but think of the other people out there with children, loved ones who embroiled in conflicts from petty rulers and other malefactors. We have someone to stand up for them. I think things would be a little better off. And he's still looking at the ground when he says this.
Where is your local hero?
To fight the rising tide.
That sounds like all Chalice was saying, right? Just that question.
Yeah, he's putting up a hypothetical.
Right.
Or, well, you know, not, sorry, he is, the other person is, so
Yeah.
Chalice is like, well, where are they? Because I only see Vern.
Chantrell, Shion, anything you'd like to say or do?
Chantrell is preventing herself from drawing her sword.
God, that's her father, sort of.
She respects that. Doesn't mean she doesn't want to just.
All right, Shion, anything from you?
No.
No? All right. Then this is the last roll and the last chance. I think I need a full success. I need at least 1 6. A partial success will not cut it, given the past 2 failures. One of you can roll whatever skill you think is appropriate, and then if the other 2 opt to help, you may choose to do so.
I mean, I'm definitely down to help. I only have like a point in any of these things, so I don't know if I'm probably better off just helping. If you wanted to do like, I don't know, Vern, your command's pretty high. I feel like this could work.
Yeah. I think narratively I should roll. I'm just so scared. Okay.
Can I put
I'm
a
gonna
hand on
help
your shoulder
neutralize.
Can I put on a hand on your shoulder to help you?
Yeah.
And is that like, should I put 2 stress on there to like give her an advantage?
The 2 stress.
Alright, got it.
Alright.
Is that for both of us? Like, does she get more?
You can each spend 2 stress, and Vern, you can also spend 2 stress to gain an extra die just from yourself as well, if you'd like.
Okay, so I can put
So,
3 die?
So if you take 2 stress, then you
If I
can put
stress
plus
myself
3
out.
dice to your roll. And if you still manage to roll a failure with 5 dice, then the fates have decided you're not succeeding.
Oh wait, I start with 2. I'm rolling a total of 5.
Yeah,
Number of
if you
dice,
click on the
5.
skill and then just add plus 3d in the modifier at the top right, it should handle it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sorry.
Yep, no problem. I mean,
Awesome.
certainly some of these things don't succeed.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. That is a
critical!
dangerous roll, though. Look at those
He
2
changes religions to Fernism.
Yeah, that was
Look- oh my
crazy. Look at all
how
that.
evil my
my
dice
gosh.
are to me.
You need
Yeah.
all 5 of
Rule the
those.
land here.
This was stressful in real life.
Everybody was stressed.
Yeah, I think it makes it stressful is because he's trying to not cooperate because he cares, right?
Who
Yeah.
cares? I love it so bad. Okay.
Oh, with a critical success, I don't know if Vern, you want to add a flourish on what was already said, or if you just want to get his reaction. But
I think she'd just extend a hand to like hold his hand, and if he takes it, that's up to him.
you see the conflict playing out on his face. How up until this latest appeal, he really felt the momentum like behind him, right? But
Mhm.
seeing that you all just like are really standing firm behind what you're saying, even as he feels like he's deflected rather well, and then looking and meeting your eyes, Vern, searching your face, he takes your hand and says, "I know the artifact that you're looking for. I know that the timing is incredibly convenient, but I've been too scared to ever. Even when you were a child, I was too scared to ever check. We
Yeah,
will
I
discover
know.
the truth together."
She'll just nod along.
I think we'll have to do that next time because we're now at time.
Ah!
Pop up. There's our cut.
Oh my gosh. Well done, everyone.
Credits roll at lightning speed.
Except for me.
Lightning speed.
No, you were good too.
All right. This was a pretty roleplay heavy cooldown session, I think, compared to our combat heavy last two. So
Now this is emotionally heavy.
yeah, that's true. This is
Wow.
emotionally heavy. That's very true.
Although I do think that it is narratively fitting that Chantrell cannot do the negotiation.
I think it's so funny. And Vern is still gonna be like, my number one advisor.
Oh my
Political
god.
expert.
Hey guys,
He's
can you
dumb as
like
hell.
not do a lot of war and repressing, please? That'd be cool.
You know, I'm just gonna as a GM, I'm just gonna come out and say it. If you guys want to be not doing as much war, we might need more points in those non-war skills. Just as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I'm putting them
I'm
there.
trying to get my things. We're working on it.
We're doing role playing to get the XP for it.
All
We're
right.
trying to change. Maybe.
Alright. So I'm going to go down the line real quick. Everyone, your outros. If there's anything you want to say, any thing you want to plug. Starting with Katie as Vern.
Hi, I don't have anything to plug, but I'm Katie Secret on both social media, and go find me.
Go find Katie. Next to that is Nova.
Go vote for Vern.
Vote for Vern.
All right, for Vern.
Thank
Go
you.
for Vern.
I have a very special stream coming up next week, April 1st. Don't miss it.
Chantrell. Sorry, Amasha. Your character does not have anything to plug, but you might.
I play Chantrell. But tomorrow I will be doing another stream. I'm not sure if it's going to be just more co-working or finally getting back to gaming. Depends on how well I sleep. We'll find out.
Ooh.
Good luck on the sleep.
Hope you sleep well and I hope you have good streams.
Me too.
Next, Hambo.
Hambone. You can follow me on Twitch at Radio Bone Air, or on Blue Sky at Radio Bone Air. This was just announced recently, but I got into VLympia, which is a VTuber collaborative competition. I'm going to be part of Team Funny Bones, which is going to be skeletons and circus folk.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So that'll
Congrats.
be in June.
Congrats,
So
that's
be sure
awesome.
to look that up. You can follow them on Blue Sky too at VLympia. I believe it's just VLympia. And, also follow me on there. Know when I go live and post silly things.
Yay.
Woo!
And then, once again, all the way down at the end there, we have Lena.
Hi, this Tuesday, the 31st, I'm going to be doing my art stream. That will be on 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is the worldwide premiere of me announcing it, because I haven't made a post about it anywhere else.
World
Ooh,
premiere.
hooray! World premiere.
Oh, exciting. All right. As far as us here at the Limo Branch Library, tomorrow I'll be starting a new game, Haste. Gotta go fast.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool.
But I'm going to move us on over to closing and mute briefly. I will be back in a minute or so with a raid target, so if you're in here, don't leave quite yet, unless you have to. And we'll send you along somewhere. Please stand by. Oh, Sammy, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we found our raid target, so if you are sticking around, we're going to head over to Flam. So say hello if you can. If not, we hope you've enjoyed your time here at the Limo Branch Library, and hope to see you again soon. Goodbye and good night. Raid starting now, bye! Oh, I guess in 5 seconds. Never mind.